Alright, what's going on, guys? Episode 4 of the Berserk Memorial Edition. Let's get right into it. Alright, so this episode starts off with the Band of the Hawk battling Adon and the Blue Whale Ultra Heavy Armored Fierce Assault Annihilation Night Corps. I always loved saying that. It should be noted that this is chapter 14 in the manga, and they skipped the whole interaction with Griffith and Foss. And it also should be noted that the interaction with Julius and Foss, in which they kind of conspired together to assassinate Griffith, was skipped in the last episode as well, so Foss definitely having less of a role in the movies. Now back on track, Guts blocks Adon's fatal blow on Casca. Now of course the reason that Casca is having trouble fighting Adon is that she's going through her period right now and is having cramping and is very tired. Casca becomes lightheaded because of this and passes out. Guts tries to save her, but when he's distracted, he's shot by Adon with a crossbow, and the two of them end up falling off of the cliff. Now luckily they landed in the river, but to save Casca from drowning, Guts has to pull her out. He then has to strip her down because otherwise she would die from hypothermia, and he uses his own body heat to warm her up. We then see a flashback of when Casca was sold to a nobleman who attempted to rape her. Now this is really interesting because in the manga, she actually already woke up and was telling Guts this story. But in the movies, it's just a flashback or a dream, if you will. Which I don't like as much because I like the fact that when Casca tells Guts this, Guts has the ability to commiserate with her. He has the ability to understand kind of her background and where she's coming from. But as a dream, Guts doesn't know any of this. He doesn't know anything about her history, so it's harder for him to really understand her. Now, as the nobleman is trying to rape Casca, Griffith comes in and rescues her. Well, he doesn't necessarily rescue her. He offers her a choice. He throws her down a sword, and she can either take up the sword and defend herself, or allow the nobleman to kill her. Given the fact that she doesn't want to die, she takes up the sword and ends up killing the nobleman, and henceforth becomes a member of the Band of the Hawk. Now, it should also be mentioned that we don't get any mention of the story where Griffith was with Lord Genin, trying to raise funds for the Band of the Hawk by sleeping with him. That was entirely skipped altogether. Now, upon waking up, Casca's not too happy with her state of undress. Guts complains that she's acting irrationally because of the fact that she's a woman. Now, pissed off by this condescending remark, she states that she never wanted to be born a woman, and tells Guts how she's jealous of him and the preferential treatment that Griffith has been showing him. Now, realizing that they're surrounded by the Tudor army, the two attempt to escape, but unfortunately are surrounded by Adon and his men. Now, realizing that Casca is compromised and she's just going to get in the way, Guts decides that he wants her to run off while he battles these 100 men. Now, it should also be noted as well that Samson, Adon's brother, does not make an appearance in this movie, which is really unfortunate because it's a short battle, but it's a really exciting one nonetheless, and it could have been integrated with like a 30-second clip, but again, they decided not to do that. Now, unfortunately for Casca, as she's running away, she's still having the cramps, so she ends up getting caught by the Tudor army, and they look to take advantage of the situation. They want to rape her. She starts having flashbacks of the time that she almost got raped by the nobleman, and decides that she does not want to be taken advantage of, so she fights back, buys enough time for the Band of the Hawk to come in and rescue her, and, she tells them, hey, we gotta still save Guts, he's out there, and that's the end of the episode. Now, one more important thing, in the manga, when the Band of the Hawk saves Casca, they're led by Judo. In the movie, they're led by Griffith. And I don't think this is a trivial difference, because why would Griffith, the leader of the Band of the Hawk, a man who is rising the ranks in the kingdom, be on a search and rescue mission? Why would he be leading the charge? Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, a search and rescue mission should be led by someone of a lower rank. It shouldn't be by the leader of the army. So Griffith leading the charge here is kind of weird, to be honest with you, but because the movies are cutting out so much material, they probably figured that, hey, we need to integrate Griffith a little more. Let's just have him be in the search and rescue mission. So it is what it is. There's a lot of things that I don't like about the movies. They skip a lot of information. They're changing things around a little bit, and the Memorial Edition is not really fixing any of that. So it's really disappointing all around. But with that said, guys, Episode 5 is going to have the new material that we've all been waiting for, because after the battle with the 100 men, we're going to have the Campfire of Dreams. Now, if you remember from the original movies, after the battle with the 100 men, we just went to the battle at Doldry right away. We skipped the Campfire of Dreams. So, we're finally going to get some new material in the new episode, guys. Episode 5 will have the Campfire of Dreams. How much new material we'll get is anyone's guess. Will it literally be like a a minute? Will it be 5 minutes? Who knows? I mean, I'm hoping for 5. That might be a little bit too optimistic, but that would be absolutely fantastic. Anything more than that would be an absolute treat, but we'll have to see what we get next time, guys. I'm really curious to see what the animation looks like as well. Is it going to look like the 2012 version? Are they going to try to make it look homogeneous, or is it going to be vastly upgraded compared to what we got in 2012? So it will be very interesting on many different levels, but tell me what you guys thought of episode 4. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the flip side.